Welcome to the show that talks about Tulsa. People making a difference in the Tulsa community. Special guest interviews spotlighting local businesses to cover the important issues within the community no one else is talking about. The hot topics and more. Ladies and gentlemen, this is World One Development's News You Can Use with your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper and Ms. Damali Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, and on www.KBOB899.com, or tuning into any of the News You Can Use media networks, which are powered by World One Development. We really appreciate that. I am your hostess with the mostest, Ms. Damali Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, April 3rd, 2024. And we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media network, powered by World One Development. We are set for an exciting show, you guys. You better call your mom and them and tell them you can dial in at 918-856-3873 or post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
So on today's show, the police report with Lieutenant DeLauren Sanders. Our topic, road rage. How do you avoid being involved, and how do you just survive?
Yep. Also live in studio, hopefully, Tulsa legend Maxine Lewis, talking about her singing career as I guess, and being inducted into the Booker T. Washington Hall of Fame.
And of course, our Hump Day hot topics, which are politicians unfairly target a historically black college. Find out which one and what happened. Also, the Oklahoma Supreme Court hears oral arguments on the ongoing public nuisance lawsuit from the 1921 race massacre. Find out what's next, birthdays, and more.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media networks, powered by World One Development. Slow down. We'll be right back.
KBOB 89.9 FM and the 36th Street North Event Center presents a funkified experience starring Bobby Eaton and Trey Eaton and their brand new band, the Eaton Out Band. Step out in style. Yeah, you know how grown folks do it. 36th Street North. Get ready for a show you don't want to miss. A funkified experience starring the Eaton Out Band with vocalists K-Ron Hall, Cinder Rose, Jay Friday, and Carmen Todd. The Eaton Out Band, Saturday night, April 6th. At 7 p.m. It's gonna get funky.
Hold up, player. What you mean? I need to bring a can of Lysol?
Nah, man. You know Bobby Eaton is bringing the funk. The whole funk. And nothing but the funk. On stage with this 12-piece band. And you ain't never seen it like this. Because it's their first time on stage together. So now you know. Saturday, April 6th. Get ready to party and dance with the Eaton Out Band. Live in concert. VIP tickets and tables are available online at 918funk.com. Also, get tickets at Ralph's Menswear, Starship Music, and the KBOB 89.9 studio. Don't miss the funkified experience. Live. Portions of the proceeds benefit the Juice Radio Show.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employer housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media networks, powered by World One Development.
And we are back. So News You Use is all about shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great businesses, programs, and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we felt the community needed to hear about those things. One, so we can support, and two, so we can be informed.
What's going on, family? I'm Charles Harper, Chief Executive Officer of World One Development, which includes fitting back in EduRec Youth and Family Fun Center, 36th Street North Event Center, and Oklahoma Community Support Coalition. My job, because the world wants to know, is to provide leadership for all aspects of World One Development with the emphasis on long-term goals, growth, and a return on that investment. And I am so excited and I am so elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
And I'm Damali Wilson, Chief Operating Officer for World One Development. And my job is designing and implementing business operations and establishing policies that promote company culture and vision. I'm also in charge of social media for all of the World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other individual platforms, please inbox me your contact information on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I'm also happy and elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
Damali, what's up?
Nothing much. It's a little cool outside today.
A little cool?
A little cool for me.
It feels good to me. I don't even know what this shirt is called. It's not a long sleeve. It's not a full sleeve. I'm going to cap it off.
3/4.
Half-breed shirt.
It's
a 3/4?
Oh, God. It's 3/4 length.
It probably warmed up just since you've been in here.
You think? Maybe.
Yeah, man, this Tulsa weather is so crazy.
Bipolar.
You just don't know. Like yesterday it was sunny, then it was overcast and it was crazy, but it's sunny out there today. I think it's going to end up feeling pretty good. It's about 61 out there, so pretty good day, man. The sunny skies. How you feeling? I see you got your purple passion going on. I thought I saw Prince. I'm like, Damali bringing Prince back today.
Right, today.
But you're feeling good too?
Feeling good. Can't complain at all.
Man, it's a great day in Tulsa on this hump day, man. Hopefully y'all out there having a good time. Man, we got a loaded show today. It's been a lot of good energy, a lot of good vibes, and all that stuff going on in Tulsa. And we're going to get down to it just a little bit. But man, this weekend
was the truth.
Nobody was at home.
We can't say it at the same time. We can't say this weekend at the same time.
I know. Nobody should have been home this weekend.
Man.
Come out that back cave if you were. Get out of that lazy boy. Put all that up. Get your clothes. Start dusting it off because it's a lot happening all over Tulsa. But I love the energy that's going on in North Tulsa as well.
I can say that for us, we had so many events going on. It was crazy. But the number one thing that we had going on was the African Experience 2.0.
Boy, if you missed that,
man,
I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you this time, next time, because you missed one of the best events in Tulsa for the last couple years.
Man, let me tell y'all, this even was more than I expected.
Right.
Now, and I'm the one who put it together.
Right.
And so when it's crazy that when you do something, you expect it to be a certain way. And then when it ends up being 10 times greater,
right,
you're just like, oh my God. But I would like to say thank you to each and every person, first of all, that sent me a birthday shout out on Monday. I appreciate that so much. I mean, I got so many, I couldn't even answer them all.
Wow.
And between all the pages, when it, my personal, the EduRec 36 Event Center, all of those pages, I'm just like trying to, keep up with it. And I just couldn't. I failed. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate all of the birthday love that you sent me my way. I also appreciate all the texts that I received. I appreciate all of the, people have been calling me wanting to take me to breakfast and the dinner and the lunch. Guess what? I will be celebrating all month.
I can take care of all that stuff.
Oh, what you gonna do?
You take care of the texting back, but all the breakfast and lunches.
So
and
you're gonna eat it for me?
I can take that off the list. I can tell the people all about you, the work that you do, the inspiration that you are. So
you
don't
are
text her.
such
text
a
me.
great teammate.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't want you to get full. You look like you've been trying to stay in shape. I'm just trying to be.
So you're gonna handle that part.
I'm gonna handle that part.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna take care of that. Let me tell you something else, man. That all white was hidden with the touch of Kente.
Yes.
I didn't know, y'all. I didn't do my ninja thing. I started to come in and go,
no.
I said no. I didn't do that.
That was Asian.
I relaxed. I just relaxed and came on in there. But I'm just saying, Damali, shout out to you. You did it for a great cause. The people came out, the local officials, the community. JB Smooth had a video together that was just a long home run. And
let me tell y'all though, Twan's dance experience,
man.
Oh my God,
I was sleeping on Twan.
You were sleeping on.
I think that was my first time meeting him like officially. I probably seen him around about, but he probably was dancing. I know what's going on, but I got the experience up close and in person, and he's the real deal, Holyfield.
And let me just say that all of the Black-owned businesses that participated, kudos to each and every one of you. You guys did a phenomenal job. You rose to the occasion. Everything was on point. Not one single complaint at all from anyone. So, thank you so much to everybody who participated. The list is too long to go through, but we noted them on our social media, so you can go through and see, all of the food and, just all of the different vendors that participated. But now the thing that I really want to talk about
Now, look, can I say one thing?
Oh, yes.
I know we can't touch on all the vendors, but let me tell you the lavish touch. Now, I'm going to touch on one thing right quickly.
Because it's
See,
food.
normally
It's food.
at events, and I was the pitcher and host, normally I can't eat before any event, but I messed around and tasted those mashed potatoes. I had a fork. I said, let me just get a little taste, just to give me a little. The mashed potatoes, the green beans, the chicken, the roll, the tea, that famous tea.
Lavish aid is
and
what
that
it's called.
cake was good, man. Everybody, Damali, I'll just say this. Everybody, to me, y'all are just leveling up together. And I think that every year it gets better and better. And it shows what it looks like when we work together.
Yes. Now, the highlight
The Grand Slam
of the entire event was Damali, the violinist.
My goodness.
Let me tell y'all something. There are some videos out there of Damali, at the event. They don't even give, enough credit to his ability and his talent.
And his energy.
This guy is a musical genius.
Right.
I mean, he is amazing. You would have just had to been in the space and feel his energy to understand what we're talking about. But when I tell you, I ain't never did a line dance from a violinist.
Let me tell you something that overly impressed me.
Yes.
I told him, I said, JB Smooth been on them 1s and 2s for about 30 years, and he is the man with the plan. He said, man, I'm from Nigeria. Man, him and JB going back and forth.
The battle.
Whatever JB played, JB was in there though.
Yeah, he was straight, man. His energies was just really great, man.
Yes.
He's awesome, super talented, millions of followers. So we was lucky to have someone of influence like that on social media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To hang out with us. And what made it special was he just killed it. I mean, he rocked it. Like, together we did great.
Yeah.
But his energy just brought me up there. So I had to.
Yeah, you had to match him.
I had to match him.
Yeah.
He was turned.
Yeah.
This I know JB was getting it. JB said, Charles, go get me a towel and 2 waters. I'm like, what, JB, you never need. He was doing that, man. Go get me 2 towels and 2 waters. You don't know. I'm back in 05 with this brother. I said, oh, man, JB Smooth. But it was a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Man. And he said he loves JB. He said, man, if y'all didn't need him, I want to take him on the road with me.
Yes.
He said, because this brother, he is the real deal. And he's ultra talent. So it's good to have talent in-house right here local that can match that talent that go all over the world.
I will just say that, and I know we can't stay on this all day,
yes.
but I will just say this, that because that event turned out so great, he wants to come back. We want him to come back. So I think there's going to be a African Experience 3.0.
We got to do it because all that missed it. We got to have people outside. We might have to do it out in a field or something. We have to switch it, do it at Edric out there in the field with the stage because I'm telling you.
It was amazing.
I done been to concerts inside, outside. I done seen some of the greats, but I'm telling you something. When he came out and hit a violin. I think most of the time you think violin, you're like, man, I'm not going to listen to a violin. But let me tell you something. When he hit that violin, everybody was up on their feet. Everybody was going live, taking pictures, doing videos. And it stayed like that the whole time that he was going.
The whole time.
So I'm off my soapbox. Shout out to him. Follow him. Go look up what he does. And
Damali, the violinist.
He's the
Y'all
man.
got to check him out. So he'll be back.
He'll be back. It was also Easter Sunday.
So it was rough. I ain't gonna lie. It was rough getting up out the bed to make it to church after the African Experience.
I'm gonna tell you, it was so rough for me. I had to stay at home. I didn't wake up until it was time for ransom at 6:00 p.m. I'm like, thank you, Transformation Church. Thank you, Michael Todd. Thank you to everybody, Majesty and everybody, because that was my Easter. Man, it was that much. And just, going about the business. Yes. JB I know, our team knows. Shout out to April and Angie and Carl and the whole event center staff. It's a heavy lift to do these things, and excellence is not easy. And man, I was feeling it. I was like, man, Jesus rose for me and I can't rise. Man, I need to rise.
Right.
I couldn't rise. I'm like,
I couldn't either, man. I was like that one day. It wasn't Sunday.
Right. Yeah.
Monday, I couldn't rise either.
He was like, I'm down, man, down.
JB was over there in Angie's chair in the lobby when it was over. I'm like, JB, come back. JB. He was like, the molar guy, man, got nothing left.
Right.
It was hard, but it was great, man. Shout out to security. I don't want to forget anybody. Love all of y'all, man. Yeah. Thanks for making it great. Damali, kudos to you because it's whatever's in your heart, the Lord favored and he produced it and he let us feel it and enjoy it. And all the people that gave all the money, the people on the live, it's nothing but love.
Yes, nothing but love. And so speaking of ransom, what did you think about it?
It was excellent.
Loved it too.
I liked it. And I watched it from start to finish. I want you to try to get out there. But like I say, I told you I couldn't rise. If I couldn't rise for church, I couldn't. Yeah. But I watched.
But you watched
the entire thing. And it was, I know last year it had all that controversy with it and all of that. But you know, to me, that Damali, that's just what's happened when you put something on mainstream.
Right.
Probably been doing that thing for 10 years, but when you get it where so many people can try to criticize it and critique it, you get into all this other stuff. But for me, the creativeness, I know the time put in. 400 people got saved.
Yeah.
Proof is in the pudding.
Exactly.
But it was a great. What about you? What you think?
I loved it. I mean, I thought it was, very well thought out. I thought it was a great storyline to it. And I also want to give, like a lot of the folks in the production, I did not know.
Right.
But one of the people that I did know was Majesty Pearson.
Man.
And she played her role. I'm like, Majesty, you did that.
Yeah, kudos to her.
Yeah, she did. Even the dancing, and I was like, okay, Majesty, I'll see you.
To be 100% like the passing of her dad, and knowing how influential he was, and that's not far removed, and we all miss him, not just us, but all around the world.
Yes.
To see her thriving in that kind of energy, and then just having the opportunity to do something on that level, I think it's just fitting. It shows that the community got our arms around her, and she got her arms around us, and she hit a home run.
Yeah, she did. She did. So great job, sis. Everybody did a phenomenal job, but because specifically I know Majesty, then I want to say great job, sis. You did that.
And Pastor Tommy Todd texted me this morning, and tonight at 6 o'clock is supposed to air one more time.
Oh, really?
Because of the demand on YouTube.
Oh, good.
So tonight, mark your calendars. If you haven't seen Ransom, it's 1 million people on live. I'm about to give y'all the shout out in a second. Yeah. YouTube Transformation Church is supposed to show it one more time.
Yeah, you guys need to watch it. I think it's really good.
I might watch it again. It's just that good.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So before we get started today, we want to send out prayers to the family, friends, and fans of actor Louis Gossett Jr.
Man.
You may remember him from An Officer and a Gentleman, Roots, and just many other. I think Officer and a Gentleman and Roots are probably the two main ones that everybody remembers him from. But he actually died on March 29th at the age of 87 years old. I just can't believe it, man. It seems like all of our greats
terrible.
are gone.
That's a loss right there, JB.
You got Louis Gossett Jr. and you got Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
So those guys are legends. When it comes to acting and being longtime black actors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That represent that longevity.
Yes.
So people like them, man, it's hard. It's a hard loss. They did so much for the industry and paved the path for people that's still doing it today too.
And I don't know about y'all, but it feels like that's like my uncle or something.
You know, he seemed like family, just that good.
Because we just been watching him since we were little. Yeah.
Laid back too.
Yeah.
So we gonna miss him, man. Prayers for his family. We all part of his family and community, and that's a great loss. So
yeah. All right, y'all ready for the Black History trivia question?
Don't start Googling, just be ready.
Yes. So here we go. Black History trivia. Who was the first African-American police surgeon on staff at the Harlem Hospital? Was it A, Dr. Lynn O'Connor, B, Dr. Lewis Thompson Wright, C, Dr. James Durham, or D, Dr. James McCune Smith?
Man, Damali, you came up with one this time. The first African-American police surgeon.
Key word is police surgeon. So I did not even know this, that apparently there are certain surgeons that they call in when there's an officer down.
Wow. JB Smooth, I'm passing you the ball. You the youngest. The youngest go first.
Pass it over to somebody
you pass it over to Sanders?
Man, look at her. I'm gonna just say you kind of got me on this one because I see my name in there twice.
Right.
So you can't use that.
That tells me it's probably neither one of those. So if I had to go with A or B, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with B today.
I see. Okay. I'm going with B too. Dr.
Lewis Tompkins.
We got
Wright.
JB. We got Charles.
I'm gonna just guess. This is just a guess.
Okay, this is a guess.
I do not have a clue what the right answer is.
And you see, my pen was on that. It's an educated guess. You can't have a name like Dr. Lewis Tompkins Wright and not be coming in to do something. I might not be right. Don't y'all follow me? What y'all got on the live? Let me do some shout outs real quick. Welcome to the live.
Miss Broom said she's watching from the hospital at Hillcrest Heart Institute. Miss Broom, what are you doing there?
Hey, don't ask that question over the live. We'll be out there to see you. Stay up, stay good. I'm gonna send my people out there to visit you.
Okay, AJ says B. Uncle Brian says B.
I said D.
Oh, Sanders said D.
D is Sanders. Okay. Uncle Brian, did I put him in?
It sounds tricky again. It sounds like we all might be going down.
Going down in flames. All right, y'all, come on. Give me your answers on the live.
I'm gonna do some quick shout outs while y'all are on the live. Jeremiah, Blackwell, History, Maestro Sigalo. Hey, what's going on? What's your answer? Because I know you know.
Jeremiah. Don't nobody know.
And don't be Googling either, because you history. Your mom is on. My mom, welcome to the show. Mom, love you. Mr. Energizer in the house, man.
Hey, AJ.
Energizer turned up.
Man, I'm telling y'all, listen, the
Loving this
NYCU.FM squad.
Shout out to everybody on the
because
squad.
I'm telling you, they was live and in full effect at the African Experience.
Shout out to
2.0.
Angie.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Shout out to me.
Yeah.
Shout out to JB Smooth.
Yeah.
Shout out to April. Shout out to Rue. Shout out to Mr. Energizer and Corey.
Newest
in that
member,
order.
Corey.
Shout out to that living balloon wall that's still up.
The living balloon wall.
That centerpiece and them decorations.
Y'all better go check out the pictures. You know, I posted them actually on my social media at Damali Wilson, but we've shared them to all of our social media platforms. Y'all need to go check out the pictures because it is gorgeous.
I remember when I walked in, I was like, what are you going to do with these 2,000, 3,000 balloons?
I know.
All over the place.
She's like, we're about to make a masterpiece. And then I came in about an hour and a half later, and it was beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, that was dope.
See, I knew something was going on when she had on goggles and she was swinging. I'm like, are you bungee jumping, Angie? Are you bungee jumping? It's not safe. We got to make sure we had to upgrade the insurance. She was swinging and swinging. I'm like, when she's swinging,
right
now I see what was going on.
Yes.
It takes a swing. You got to swing. to get 2,000 balloons up.
Yes.
But Mr. Energizer, man, we want to just shout out him because he came here back to back for the extravaganza. He came right back. He brings the energy to the table. So him and his queen, Miss Lunda, was here.
Yes,
we had a good time with them as always. Another shout out to Arlisha Walker. Welcome to the show.
Sis.
Of course, Larry J. Dye, welcome to the show. Winnie, I think that's your cousin. Yep. So she my cousin. Mr. Nikili something, welcome to the show. Elvis Stewart, my frat, down there in the rock.
Hey, how you doing?
Jube is on.
Hey,
what's up, Jube? I got to get you on the Spades and Dominoes table, man. I got to give him credit.
Okay.
We've been throwing down.
Yeah.
This year.
Y'all been throwing down.
We've been throwing down. See, last year I roughed him up the last two.
I
think he must have went to therapy. He went to the dominologist classes. He went and visited the spade master.
Dominologist class. Cuz you hear this?
He been doing push-ups. He been running. He been on his business on the highway. I'm gonna stop, Jude. Yeah, he been on. Another quick shout out to Tracy Manning Gibbs over there. Gibbs Shopping Center. Uncle Brian is in the building, of course. Mary Jo.
Hey,
Mary Jo, welcome to the show. Mary Jo Barnes, that's our sister right there. Yes. Can't wait to see you soon. Man, we got so many people on today, but I told them Miss Maybelle Wallace.
Hey, Miss Maybelle.
She came out. What Maybelle getting on?
Oh my gosh, she had a great time too.
I said, Miss Maybelle, you see walking. Don't see walking. You know, don't she see walking? No, anyway, I'm gonna go on past that. Right here, right now, Miss Broom, get better. Over there, Hillcrest. We got you. We love you.
Prayers up.
Paige, my cousin, she from the town.
Hey, cousin Paige.
Welcome to the show. Nothing but love in the building. Mario Choice down there in Funky Town,
Mario.
Fort Worth. I told you, it's a lot of people on the day. I'm going to come back to the live, but we're going to have to get this thing going because we got to load the show today.
All right, so today, you guys know what it is. It's the police report with our favorite community police officer, Lieutenant DeLauren Sanders. What we got for him, JB?
That's the sound of the police.
And now it's time for the police report. The police report on news you can use with TPD officer and Lieutenant
DeLauren Sanders.
I just don't like that wreck at the end. That wreck just always makes me cringe.
I love it.
Is that road rage? Is that from road rage?
Yeah, it makes it goes right in. It's a perfect segue into the name of the show today. That right there, Lieutenant DeLauren Sanders, my friend. Welcome back to the show. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. I'm happy to be here.
Yes.
And hope I can give out some good information.
How was your Easter?
Oh, we had a great Easter. Had a Easter egg hunt at Lacey Park with a lot of young people. Ran out of eggs, ran out of hot dogs, ran out of ice cream. It was a success.
Yes. I was talking to Chris Green, which is my frat. I said, Chris, if we keep saying this on the radio, I'm trying to tell you, the people's gonna be showing up in droves. Yeah. He saw Charles tell them, give me what they got. So it sounded like giving them what they got. Got all the eggs gone, all the icing. So shout out to Phi Beta Sigma and Zeta Phi Beta, Lacey Park, and everybody.
And the Black Officers Coalition.
Yeah.
Good job, because that's giving kids something to do. And for everybody that supported, continue to support that.
You know what? And I just love that we have this platform because, it shows that community is doing something. A lot of times all we hear is a negativity, but there are so many great things happening in our community every day, all day. And this is just one of those, community coming together. It's not always, I love that the Black Officers Coalition is a part of this because, we need that community policing. So that's amazing. I'm hats off to you guys for a job well done.
JB, you go out there and get some eggs. You having the kids out there?
I had deviled eggs from Fixins.
Oh my God,
deviled eggs? What?
He
fried deviled eggs.
Oh,
I didn't get any eggs. for Easter, so I went to Fixins and got some fried deviled eggs.
I done almost fell out the chair, y'all. Okay, let me get back focused
Lord.
before y'all laugh at me on the live. He said, look, let me tell you something
Fried
right now.
deviled eggs.
Fix me something.
But they are good, though.
Yeah, because
I ain't gonna lie.
JB went in and said, I called Sanders
They
and he
fire.
said the kids got all the eggs, all the ice cream. So I need somebody to do something for me to make me feel better.
Right.
Well, kudos to you, Sanders, and the officers, because like you say, that's community policing at its finest.
Yes,
Let
absolutely.
the kids be up close, person to touch you, laugh at you, play games with you. That's what makes your community better, and that's what I love about North Tulsa and the things that you're doing.
Yes. So today, our topic of conversation is we're going to talk about road rage.
Man.
Yes.
It's
road rage is, I mean, you guys have probably seen a lot of videos. If you just look on YouTube and stuff, you can find some crazy videos out there of people doing, and you might just be able to just see it in your own neighborhood, So we're going to talk about road rage. For those of you who don't know what it is, and I don't know why you don't know what it is, but
break it down.
We're going to break it down. And we're going to go ahead and give you the info. So road rage is defined as aggressive or angry behavior exhibited by motorists. Those behaviors can include rude and verbal insults, yelling, physical threats, or dangerous driving methods targeted at other drivers, pedestrians, or cyclists in an effort to intimidate or release frustration.
Let me do this. I want to start here because nobody drives more than JB Smooth. All around the country, all across the globe. Is this road rage thing just a local thing, or as you travel around the world, do you see a lot of this stuff?
I experienced road rage a couple of days ago. Actually, I was in Tennessee, and a truck takes off a little slower than a car does, and so I got out there and got some yonder, in front of the
horsepower
car.
was down. Your horsepower was down.
You got the torque, but the speed isn't always there.
Right.
So the car was upset with me. He kept coming this way and kept coming this way, wanted to go around me. He knew it was dangerous, and by the time he got a chance to go around me, he comes and jumps right in front of me.
Oh,
and he's throwing the F-bombs and throwing up the middle finger back at me and just going crazy. And I'm like, okay, here we go. So this is going to be one of them days. You know?
So what do you do? Because I know you don't take kindly to aggressive behavior toward the DJ.
I just smiled at him and I waved. I just smiled and waved.
I don't know about the smile.
And then I laid on my horn.
Okay, there you go. That aggressive behavior.
And that horn is loud.
Yes, I knew you was.
I wasn't buying the smile and the wave. And I'm like,
hi guy.
And the worst part about it is he wasn't even going the same direction I was. He was going on down the road.
Yeah.
He was just in such a rush to get somewhere. And a lot of times I think that is part of it. People be in such a hurry to go nowhere fast.
Yes.
Right.
And that's what causes, in my observation, most of the time, road rage, because the speed limits are made for a reason. They're made to help the flow of traffic, and they're made to, because it's the law.
Right.
And I mean, you got people out there that just want to go and burn rubber and take off. And
so, Lieutenant Sanders, you are here to save JB Smooth and help him to get off the horn. He
What you
laid
think
on
about
his
that
horn
horn?
for 15 minutes.
Well, he didn't have to do that. What I would have did, I would just slow down and let that person
just
drive on.
No. We were on a single lane,
like
so he couldn't get around me. He just kind of trying to see what's going on up there in front of me, and he had to wait on me to get out the way.
I'm talking about once he got in front of you and started doing all that.
Yeah, he got up there and started acting a fool, man. And I just smiled and waved. I just smiled and waved.
And blew your horn.
So we're going to get into some stats, but Lieutenant Sanders, just right off the top of you being in the office, you out here in the streets, you work with people. Do you feel like road rage is an issue here in Tulsa?
I mean, it can be. Sometimes, we have a problem. We had a homicide behind a road rage about a year ago.
So that's really bad.
Yes. I mean, the guy just got out the car and shot the person.
Oh God.
So so it can't happen. I mean, we do have that problem. We don't have issues where people started trying to use weapons against each other on road. We have calls like that here in Tulsa sometimes, where people point guns at each other, chasing each other, all behind road rage.
So I'll give you a couple more things. So what this article says is that road rage can lead to altercations, damage to property, assaults, and collisions that result in serious physical injuries or even death. Strategies include, but are not limited to, cutting motorists off, inappropriate honking, inappropriate honking.
No. That was after I was provoked. Now, I was provoked.
So does him being provoked let him off the hook? Lieutenant Sanders?
No, because
No.
because
That's why we had a show.
I mean, you
I put fuel on the fire.
you put fuel on the fire. You energized that.
Okay.
I mean, even though he was doing all
Energizer, I'm gonna need you to back me up.
yeah,
Right.
I try to put the battery in his back. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah,
Like, what? They also
Can I do
say,
this real quick? Welcome
What?
to the show to my niece Jay tuning in from
hey,
Washington.
Jay.
Welcome to the show, Kenneth Kool-Aid. We
Hey,
all need a
Kool-Aid.
cousin named
What's happening?
Kool-Aid. Jessica Sanders, what's going on, my sister? Welcome
Hey,
to the
sis.
show. And many, many more. I'm gonna come back to the live, I promise. But man, we're gonna try to unload some meat and potatoes.
I
And
gotta
JB
make sure I
is
speak correctly
DJ in
now
the show.
since Jessica's on there.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Jessica's in
Yeah,
here.
she watching.
Let's go with it, Damali. What you got?
So I pulled some statistics, and this is from 2023 about road rage, right? So, and here's a few that I wanted to mention. So 92% of people who actually drive have witnessed an act of road rage within the past year.
92%. That is high. That's everybody.
That's everybody just
Basically.
about that's on the road. 12,610 injuries and 218 murders have been attributed to road rage over a 7-year period in the United States.
Yeah,
Man,
I say
200.
definitely you see an increase in more people getting very violent with
Right.
firearms,
Mhm.
shooting at someone in broad daylight, and everyone's got a camera in their car
Oh
nowadays.
yeah, for sure.
So these events are being caught on video.
Yeah.
What you think make people, Sanders, just instantly get so angry and lay on their horn for 15 minutes when somebody cut them off?
Well, because you know, people, some people drive aggressive, and when you mess up their flow, they get mad. They
Yeah.
get mad.
They
Right.
mad.
You know, when you cut them off, you almost hit them. I'm driving in my nice car, and you almost hit me.
Mhm.
You know, and you look like you don't care.
Mhm.
You fall into that.
Yeah.
You fall into your anger again, not controlling your anger, especially if you do have a gun or a weapon on your side.
Right.
Then you got more courage to do what you're gonna do. You know, to point a gun at somebody or flash a gun at somebody,
Right.
just to try to scare somebody. You know,
That
that's
is.
something that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Let me do a quick welcome to the show. Oline is in the building
Hey,
with us.
sis.
Jessica Brown Nelson from the Beat Town. That's my town. What's
Hey.
up? Beer in Arkansas is in the house. We talking about road rage. And don't y'all hold back. Have y'all experienced some road rage in your state or your city? If so, let us know about it. And we're gonna let Lieutenant Sanders talk about it a little bit.
So, and also another stat here is road rage incidents have increased by 500% in the past decade.
500%.
Ain't that crazy?
Man, we are improving for the wrong reasons.
The wrong reasons.
500%.
Road rage is responsible for 66% of all traffic fatalities,
Yes.
and men are more
Don't
likely
do it.
to
Don't do it.
engage in aggressive
Yeah.
driving behaviors than women.
Well, I say it again because I don't mind receiving it. Go ahead.
Men are more likely to engage in aggressive driving behaviors than women, and 37% of road rage incidents involve a firearm, just like you were
Yeah.
saying.
What percentage?
37.
Man, that is high. Officer Sanders, go ahead.
Well, you look like the firearm give you courage to mess with somebody, to try to bluff somebody because you know you got a gun on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You know-
you Tupac off on that
Yeah,
show,
yeah.
not
Right,
Juice.
right.
What's the name of that show?
The Juice. Yeah.
Man, Juice, man, they gave Tupac that gun. And
Yeah,
he
it
went
was over
ballistic.
with.
Rest in peace,
Wow.
Tupac.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when you talk about road rage, you know, even me as a police officer, I never did a road rage, but I have yelled in my car,
Yeah.
Wow.
you know, about something that somebody did, you know, not in my police car, off duty.
Let me ask
Right.
you, so Jamario Beard, welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey.
We're talking about road rage today on the police report with Lieutenant DeLorne Sanders. So AJ said, well, why is it that you think guns gives people so much more courage or whatever to go and do whatever they're trying to do?
I just think, you know, a lot of people that wouldn't do that kind of stuff if they didn't have a weapon on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you may yell, scream, but you're gonna go on down the street. You know, you're not gonna keep following that person.
Right.
Keep, I'm gonna prove to you why I feel this way. But when you got a weapon on you,
Right.
Mhm.
you know, sometimes people think, sometimes they think they're within their rights.
Well, let me
to do
ask you
that.
this:
That's crazy.
if I got some road rage in me, and I don't know that person I'm about to pull up on has a weapon, and they brandish a weapon, is that legal or is that illegal?
If they brandish a weapon,
Not point it, but raise it up and show you they got one.
you can still. I mean, it's a fine line between them, but yeah,
Mhm.
you still need to do a report on that
Okay.
Right. Right.
Yeah. That's
because
crazy.
the circumstances behind that. You still, your gun is a weapon, and your car is a weapon.
Okay.
That car can be a weapon. That car's a weapon.
I can't get past it. So scary. You said it rolls 500%.
Yeah.
Road rage that much. What about you, Damali? What about you? You be dealing with some road rage? Do you road rage or have you been road rage?
That's a good one.
I like that. Yeah, that is good.
Like how you did
Yeah,
that.
Hold on,
yeah.
let JB put the camera on you first, because I don't think you said it, so people see. So
Yes.
do you have a little road rage sometimes?
So I don't like. I've never like followed people, and like I might be like, hey, go. What are you doing? Like I'm talking in the car, but I ain't gonna go chase you down. I ain't fits to jump out of my car and want to fight and do all that.
So you're a level 2 road rager, is what you're saying.
What's
You
level
2.
1?
You said
level
you're
1.
cussing in the car and throwing your hands up.
I didn't say I was cussing.
That's what you said.
I said I was fussing.
Oh, it's a cousin of cussing.
Right.
Cussing is cussing.
I
It's
said
almost
fussing.
the same
I didn't
thing.
say cussing.
So the people know they're listening in. You kind of just fuss in the car.
Yeah, it's like, go. What are you doing?
So you're not
Come
rolling
on,
the window
stupid.
down.
You're talking to somebody that can't hear you.
Right.
That is road rage.
Sure, it's road rage, but
Like
I keep it contained in my vehicle.
Because what'll happen is somebody can look in your car and seeing all them annex. They can be like, "What is that all about? What is all that energy? Can
But
you
see,
bring that outside the car?"
That's the beauty of black tinted windows. Nobody can see.
They trying to match that energy once they.
When
see
I was
no, they can't see me.
When I first moved to Tulsa in 2000, I was a little younger and a little dumber. I was on 71st. I didn't know 71st was packed like
that's
that.
your disclaimer.
Yeah, that's my disclaimer. At 71st and 169,
right?
And man, it was a whole family, and it was in the van. They were just blowing like JB in my car. Bah, 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 bah. So I got mad and got out the car.
Oh
no! And walked up to the window.
No!
And they all just kept looking straight.
Now, don't get mad. Don't get mad.
I was young, 25, but they was just looking. The whole family. They don't even look like they was breathing. They were just looking straight ahead. And then I was like, Lord, what I'm doing? I'm saved. I got saved when I was in the 5th grade. I'm outside. There's people all over the place. And I went and got back in my car.
Everybody was probably looking like, oh.
Yeah, and I just got back in the car and I said that. But that was not smart. So I'm telling you right now on the live, I was 25 at the time. Right. You should not do that. But I can say this. And JB ride with me a lot. Damali rode with me sometime. I don't say nothing to nobody when I'm driving. People can be running off the road, stopping, slamming.
He don't.
I don't say nothing to nobody. I just drive to arrive alive.
Yeah, he does. I can testify.
When the truck drivers are pulling their horn, the air horn, and it is air horn because the horn is made off of the air pressure from the truck. A lot of times when we do that, it's because a kid is asking us to do that. We don't do it on purpose. Right. And I remember me as a kid. I've driven by so many places and kids will see me and they'll give me they just want you to honk their horn because they think
it's cool.
It's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
So don't mistake that for road rage.
Yes.
When you see some kids out, you know what I'm saying, just give them a pass.
Yeah, looks like Kool-Aid has a comment. He says, I think it gets worse since they passed the law to carry guns. A lot of people would blow a lot of stuff off that they don't have, now that they have guns, they don't do that. What else he said? I don't think it's worth hurting someone or getting hurt.
I totally agree.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I want to do a real quick shout out to Raquel Moore. We call her Rocky. She's tuning in from Dallas. Welcome to the show. Angela Lewis. Welcome to the show. Also, of course, I said Kool-Aid. Dr. Merlina Osborne, aka Nene, my niece. She tuning in from Texas. Welcome to the show. April. Yeah, D, you have that presidential
presidential tent.
So they can't even see you. You're not going ballistic for nothing. Can't nobody see nothing.
And that's the point.
Just like that. Tracy Manning-Gibb said, I fell out of my car fussing and cussing. That's what I said. What did it say?
It's a cousin to cousin. Cousin is a cousin.
She said, she fell out of the car laughing at the fussing is the cousin, the cussing it is. Hey, we're going to take a quick break because here's the goal. We want you to have tools and nuggets that you can use not to jump out your car, not to blow your horn, not to knock on windows, not to pull a firearm. When we come back, get ready for that. For Lieutenant DeLawrence Sanders is going to give you some tips so we can all drive to arrive alive. Is that cool? That's cool. It's KBOB 89.9 FM. Whirlwind Development News you can use. Charles and Damali Road Rage. Don't do it. We'll be right back, y'all.
And today's episode of News You Can Use is brought to you by the Eating Out Band's Funkified Experience.
Yes.
This Saturday, April 6th, 7 p.m. at the 36th Street North Event Center, presented by KBOB 89.9, NYCU.FM, and of course, Eden Media Services and the 36th Street North Event Center. If you need tickets, you can go to 918funk.eventbrite.com. Tables are going fast.
Yes.
As we seen that last night, tables are going fast. So if you want a table, you still got a chance, but you got to go get it now. All right. Bobby's got friends coming from all over the country out
Yeah, he
here
does.
for this show. It's going to be a great show. He's bringing out his brand new band and his him and his son's brand new band. It's
13 piece band.
I think it's going to be 14, 15 pieces now.
Uh-oh.
Don't
We
quote
added
me on
some
that.
pieces,
If you're here in local in Tulsa, you can get tickets at the KBOB 89.9 studios, the 36th Street North Event Center, Ralph's Menswear, Starship Music and Gifts. And I think Charles and Damali just may have a chance for you to win tickets coming up.
Yep.
They locked in.
EduRec is a youth and family fun center located at 5424 North Madison Avenue in Tulsa, Oklahoma. At EduRec, we offer a host of activities for children and families of the Tulsa community at little to no cost. To find out about the many programs, activities, and services offered at EduRec, please visit our website, www.edurectulsa.com, or just give us a call at 918-430-3947.
Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
KBOB 89.9 FM and the 36th Street North Event Center presents a funkified experience starring Bobby Eaton and Trey Eaton and their brand new band, the Eaton Out Band. Step out in style. Yeah, you know how grown folks do it. 36th Street North. And get ready for a show you don't want to miss. A funkified experience starring the Eaton Out Band with vocalist K. Rod Hall, Cinda Rose, Jay Friday, and Carmen Todd. The Eaton Out Band, Saturday night, April 6th at 7 p.m. It's gonna get funky.
Hold up, player. What you mean? I need to bring a can of Lysol?
No, man. You know Bobby Eaton is bringing the funk, the whole funk, and nothing but the funk on stage with this 12-piece band. And you ain't never seen it like this, because it's their first time on stage together. So now you know. Saturday, April 6th, get ready to party and dance with the Eaton Out Band live in concert. VIP tickets and tables are available online at 918funk.eventbrite.com. Also, get tickets at Ralph's Menswear, Starship Music, and the KBOB 89.9 studios. Don't miss the funkified experience. Live. Portions of the proceeds benefit the Juice Radio Show.
This KBOB 89.9 FM World One Development News You Can Use, Charles and Damali, and we are back.
We are back, and we've been talking about some things that lead to road rage, what happens during road rage, and what you guys can do to not be a part of that mad cycle.
I think you gave them the best advice. Go get the presidential's tent, and don't nobody know you roll.
Don't nobody know that you rolling your eyes.
You and your Jeep.
Right.
How you roll raging in your car. That might be one idea. But Lieutenant DeLorean Sanders, man, it's a lot going on with this road rage things. Up 500%. People fighting, people shooting, people driving down the road doing crazy stuff. Please give the people at least 3 tips.
Well, one thing you need to don't engage. Don't be the aggressor, and don't be the person that wants to give the aggressor the energy. Basically, you don't have to continue with the roadway. If the person that's following you, find a safe place, and I will find a safe place where there's people, so they can go on down the street. You don't want to park nowhere where you're isolated. They can still continue with the road rage if they got a weapon. But most likely, if you park at a place where a bunch of people at, they'll go on. Move on.
I like
and,
don't blow your horn, JB. That's what officer said.
Don't let them back you into a corner, huh?
But also, and last, if you can, call authorities. Call 911, tell them what direction of travel you're going, and keep us informed. Have somebody stay on the phone, keep us informed, so we can try to get to the location the person keeps following.
Now, if it does get to the point where it's very dangerous and they're actually assaulting you with a firearm or their vehicle and it's out of control, do you have the right to defend yourself?
I mean, you always have a right to defend yourself. You just gonna have to be you have the right to defend yourself, but you better make sure you feeling you in danger, and you can really explain that. but you still may have to go downtown to talk to somebody about it.
Because, like you're saying,
Yeah.
it's a fine line.
Yeah,
it's a fine line.
Y'all
Yes.
probably saw this on the news probably maybe 3 years ago, maybe 4. I had a good friend, and he was in an Uber. It was on the news all the time. He was in an Uber, and they got into it a little bit. And the Uber driver got the car and hit him and killed him. He was a business owner.
Yeah.
Hit him and killed him, an Uber driver.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then they were trying to deploy him back home. I think it was India or
it's crazy.
something. But anyway, y'all got those 3 tips. Welcome to the show, Mr. Lonzel King.
Hey.
Raquel said, good evening. Raquel, it's always beautiful for her to come on. She said, to answer the question, people with road rage act out when they have the weapon because it makes them feel empowered, which you're absolutely right. In some cases, many are cowards.
Oh, wow.
And as the officer said, they wouldn't normally act out like that if they didn't have a weapon.
Now, Damali, let's bust a myth real quick. There's not a certain type of music that people listen to when road rage happens, is it?
Nope.
Okay, just want to make sure we put that out there.
Don't have nothing to do with
For
rap
real?
music
No
and I'm
stereotype.
angry and all that. No, you just got anger management issues.
Well, we're gonna switch gears because we have another special guest. Because this show can get real crazy real quick. We got 2.8 thousand people watching right now. I told y'all I didn't know what was going on. My phone been blowing up all day. Everybody said, "Hey y'all, welcome to the show." Pastor Lawrence People there's tuned in.
Everybody wait till
Tim
the
Mason there's tuned in. Patricia Griffin, welcome to the show. We've been talking about road rage. We'll come back, but we have a super special guest that I'm so honored to have in today. I've been just kind of feeling all warm and fuzzy about this since I knew about it a few days ago. Damali, who we got live in studio?
So live in studio, we have a legend.
Yes.
That I did not even know, and had not even heard of who she is until a few days ago. But now I'm super excited because she's an alum from my high school. So of course that's always great. But Miss Maxanne Lewis is actually in studio, and we're gonna talk to her just about some of the things. How are you, first of all?
I'm fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Okay, we have people that are tuning in from all over the world. Maybe because of you, maybe they seen the purple hair. I don't know what happened because it looks good on you.
Yes.
But tell the people just a little bit about yourself, where you're from, where you went to school, where you went to college, just a little something about yourself.
Well, I went to Washington High School.
Booker T in the house.
Booker T, Hornets in the house.
Yes.
That's right. And I loved going to school back then. I was telling my driver that brought me here that because he's new to Tulsa, but so he didn't really know the history.
Okay.
And he's from Jamaica. So I was telling him that when I was a kid, Oklahoma was segregated.
Yes.
They had white only, colored only, everything.
Yes.
Wow.
You had to ride on the back of the bus.
Yeah.
You couldn't drink from a water fountain unless it said colored, that whole thing. And that sounds really awful. And it was for the nature of it.
Right.
But the plus side of that was uninterrupted cultural lovingness.
You better say that.
Right.
And we had a wonderful time being uninterrupted.
Yes.
And we could be ourselves. The school, Washington High School, was really different. Like you see the coming of age movies now with young people at schools and high schools. They have like the sophomores and the seniors are in opposition, but not at Washington.
Yes.
Every class loved every class. We shepherded the younger people.
Yeah.
They shepherded us, the older kids.
Yeah.
And we had a wonderful experience at school. We couldn't wait to get to school.
So let me ask you a question. So you are a product of Greenwood, Black Wall Street.
Yes.
At its finest, in its heyday. What do you think about how it has changed now and what you see now as opposed to when you were there?
It makes me sad.
Yeah.
It makes me sad because my parents, we shopped. Our dollars recirculated in our community.
Right.
I mean, at least 20 times. So we bought our groceries at the black market, everything with black doctors, black dentists, everything.
Yeah.
It was total culture, immersion.
Yeah.
And we didn't even realize that there was something different.
Yeah.
We thought, well, this is the way we live and this is the way we do it. And everybody knew and they cared for the kids. And it was just a wonderful community to live in.
Right.
Yes.
Man, and we just so far removed from that now.
Yes.
We're trying to get back.
Yeah.
We're trying to make a comeback, but we still are far removed.
But
from
one
that
thing
time.
that's happening here now, and I know that because we still own real estate here, my sister and I.
Right.
They're and this is going on nationwide. There's a company through BlackRock and Vanguard, those big multi companies.
Right.
They're trying to buy up single family dwellings.
Right.
They are not going to resell them. They are going to tear them down, build rental property, and they want to take away that whole thing of every person has the right to have a piece of America and own their own little
Wow.
little corner of the world.
Right.
They don't want you to be able to do that anymore. They want everybody to be renters.
Mm-hmm.
They are trying to create a culture in America of, and I'm quoting now when I say this, of what they call a group of people who will mongrel slavery. And that means that anybody, when you say mongrel, that means white, black, anything,
Right.
that as long as they're not rich and they have to depend on that thing for work and that kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
So they don't want to resell things.
Yes.
They don't want, so now they're calling homeowners and they're saying, don't you want to sell? We give you a pretty price.
You know what? And you are right about that, because I get so many calls
Yeah, do
about, and
not
I'm
sell.
like, did I tell you I want to sell my house?
Call,
No, I don't.
texting,
That's
emailing, showing
So,
up.
so the thing is, they want to destroy North Tulsa.
Yeah.
I got something in the mail the other day. It was saying I could buy my house, but I could still stay in there, but I got to lease it through them.
I'm like,
Yeah.
why would I do
Trickery.
that? Like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
like, what?
that's true.
They're determined.
Let
Yeah.
me do this real quick. Angie Walker, welcome to the show.
Hey, sis.
It's a new day, but also sure
My mama.
your mom, Miss
Yeah.
Salim, is on.
Yeah.
She said, "Hi, classmate, class of 1965."
All
Shahara
right.
Salim.
Hello.
I call her mom all the time.
Yeah,
so
so
I'm like,
you
what's
know,
that name?
like,
again?
who is
But
that?
anyway, also welcome to the show, Daryl Daniels Jones. Welcome to the show.
Can I
Yes.
ask you, what was Booker T like back then? Back
It
when
was-
you were there?
It was so much fun. I can't even tell you. Well, number one, we were seen, we were heard, we were nurtured, we were taught, we were disciplined, we were guided because the teachers were dedicated to teaching. And one of the things that they used to say every day in Friday assembly is be somebody.
Oh,
You remember
Be
this?
somebody.
Be somebody.
I think they said you listened to the teacher.
Look, let me tell you something. The thing about it, we own Greenwood. We love Greenwood.
Yes.
We represent Greenwood. All that is here. And quick shout out to Johnson Thompson. Welcome. He's tuning in from Missouri. But it's a magical reason why you're here. And we want to make sure we can't miss that because we got like 10 minutes.
So what I understand is that you have a singing career.
Yeah.
And you fell into that though by accident.
Just really by the grace of God.
Yes.
That's all I can say.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, give us a little snippet.
Well, I went to Oklahoma State University and I got kind of assaulted there.
Oh, wow.
man.
And I didn't want to stay there anymore. So I came back home and, my parents were like, what are you doing?
You got to do something.
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know. And I didn't know. And I said, well, I could go to school somewhere else. But then I also wanted to do music. But that's okay. But still, my parents wanted me to go back to school. And one morning, on a Saturday, I get a phone call out of the blue, 8:00 in the morning. And somebody goes, hi, I'm Ike Turner. And you were recommended to us. And we got your number from Ernie Fields.
Ernie
The
Fields.
Ike Turner called you.
Yeah, but I thought it was my friends playing on the phone.
Oh, my goodness.
So I immediately said, it's too early for this.
Choice words.
Get off the phone.
Yeah.
Explicative, deleted.
Yeah.
And I hung up the phone. And then he called right back and he said, don't you hang up this phone again.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Now you knew that was Ike Turner then. Yeah.
And I could hear something different in his voice. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. What? Why do you have my number?
Yeah.
Right.
And then he said, we're coming there and we would like to meet you if you're interested. And I said, okay.
Yeah.
And I went and met them later on that day. And they said, okay, yeah, we want you to go. And I had to go back home and tell my parents I was going to go with them.
That you were going to become an Ike.
And so my dad said, well, not before you. They come here
Uh-oh.
Okay.
and talk
See,
to us.
see, that's the Greenwood way right there.
That's
No,
it.
you going to come right here
They
and
come
talk
here
to
and
us.
and after their show, their big tour buses came. Our house is over on Boston Avenue. Their big tour buses
Oh, my
back to back
goodness.
came and parked on our street in the middle of the night. People came outside in their
Like,
robes.
What is
and
going on?
they were in their pajamas.
So I have to ask, what was it like back then once you got in as an Ikeette, working with Ike Turner, and what was it
And
like
Tina.
to be
And
around
Tina.
Tina Turner in that time?
She was like, the whole experience was like the university of how to be in the business.
Wow.
See, I met them before any of that craziness that happened
Later
on.
Mhm.
No drugs, no alcohol, no weirdness. It was straight up business, and they were at the top of their game.
Wow.
Because Tina Turner was, if not the biggest black rock star in music worldwide.
Right.
How was that? What was that feeling like?
We were like the it girls.
Yeah.
Oh,
What they-
wow.
We were the it girls.
Yes.
Everywhere we went to London.
Overseas.
I mean, I had never been anywhere. I was from this little tiny
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa.
Yeah, Greenwood.
And
That's
I got-
it. That's all you knew.
I was here.
Yeah.
And then I got on this thing, and next thing I knew, I was in New York getting a passport expedited, and I had to rush to the airport, and we were flying to London.
Oh,
and when
wow.
we got to London, it was like the Beatles. Remember the scene of the Beatles, how they landed in New York?
Yeah, and all
Pan-
that
pandemonium.
Yeah.
That's the way it was when
Pandemonium.
we landed
Wow.
in London.
Wow.
We couldn't go through regular immigration. Everything was special. They were hiding us in cars with tinted windows, and people were
Wow.
running after the cars. And
Oh,
it was,
wow.
it was insane, but it was fun, but it was crazy.
Now Tina lived in London when she passed.
No, she lived actually in Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Mhm.
Were you guys still in contact with each other?
Not as
throughout the
much.
years?
We were for a long time, and then when she really moved to when she gave up her American citizenship, and she became a citizen in Sweden, in Switzerland.
So how do you adjust when you go from Little Tulsa, Oklahoma,
Yeah.
on Boston? I mean, just mentally, how were you able just to make those adjustments?
Well, that job was like, I always call it the hardest job I'll ever love.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
it was really a lot of work. And we did 347 one-nighters in 365 days.
Oh my God.
So now
Every year.
Okay.
yes.
we
was
did
life.
that one year.
Oh
Mhm.
wow.
And then everybody was just so totally exhausted. and
Yes.
We had
Right.
to take a break. So that was
So your voice has been described as a cross between Aretha Franklin and Roberta Flack. Now these are huge icons.
two of my
Yes.
heroes.
How do you deal with? I mean, when people say that, what do you think about that?
Well, I'm like, overwhelmed because
Yes.
I love them. Irma Franklin introduced me to Aretha Franklin for my birthday
Oh,
one year in Detroit.
Yeah.
And I was just overwhelmed. But she was like, she came down the stairs. It was like a goddess. you know,
yes.
at her house. I got to go to her house and
Wow.
everything. And I stayed friends with Aretha. I loved her.
Yeah.
I met Roberta Flack, but I didn't get to spend a lot of time around
Right.
her. But I love both of them so much.
Let me just say real quick, Oliver, welcome to the show. Mr. Eli Grayson,
Hey,
welcome
hey.
to the show. Chris DePriest, welcome to the show.
Hey,
Robert
hey.
Daniels, who's also a
Yes.
big artist, rapper, welcome to the show. We appreciate it, but we get into a deep conversation. We got to
Yes.
get back to it. I just want to let y'all know, welcome to
Yes.
the
Can I-
show. World One Development News.
Can I ask this question? What your connection to Tulsa artists? From what I hear, this is this rumor or is this a fact? You can, they said you put on the Gap Band, you put on the Satellite Band, the guys that were coming up back in the day, Bobby Eaton. Is this true
It's true.
Yes.
that you are the key instrumental piece to those successes?
Well,
back in the day?
I wouldn't say I'm the key piece because they had talent.
Right. Right.
I mean, anybody can squiggle you in a door,
Uh-huh.
Right.
but it's you that keeps you inside that door.
That's right. Yeah.
You know. So
Mhm. Yeah. That's cool.
so that's the Gap Band. My brother, and I will say how the Gap Band actually started was my brother MZ Parker Jr. the third,
Mhm.
and everybody called him Booney, and Robert Lynn when they were kids in junior high school.
Yeah.
They had a band called the Crown Royals
Okay.
with Cedric Wright.
Yeah.
Right.
And shout out to Cedric.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Cedric.
And they started playing, and my father let them practice in one of our rental units
Yeah.
in the back.
Yeah.
And they started playing music. And they came one time, I came home just to visit, and they said, "You got to hear our band come to Friday Assembly
Mhm.
at Roosevelt." That's
Yeah.
where, and I went there, and they turned it out.
Really?
So the next day I saw, that was on Friday. That next Saturday I saw Charlie and Ronnie, and they're like, "Cool guys, we know them."
Yeah.
And they're over at some club, and I said, "Have you heard Robert and Booney's band?" And
Right.
they said, "Oh, those little knuckleheads." That's what they said.
Yeah,
I
they
said,
did.
"No,
Nice.
come on down and come see them. You got to let them. They have a sound. They
Right.
have something special." And when they really sat down and listened to them, it was like,
Oh my God.
We got to do this.
Yeah.
And the rest is history. Is
Let me
that
do
so?
this. We also want to welcome to the show none other than the man, the myth, the legend,
Yes.
the leader of KBOB 89.9 FM, the world famous Uncle Bobby Eaton. What's going on, man?
Yes.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Yes.
Great.
Hey, Maxine.
Hello, sir.
How you doing, my lady?
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yes.
We're sitting amongst royalty
Yes.
right
Right.
now, and that's what I feel because P, that's what we call a P.
Mm-hmm.
P put everybody on. Back in the day, she was one of the first to take off from Tulsa along
Right.
with Ernie Fields
Mm-hmm.
and get it started.
Mm-hmm.
And she got it started working with Ike and Tina as well. And then she had accolades of her own,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
with Motown and had her own albums, and her and her late husband, Andre Lewis, Mondre, and other aspects of music. I mean, you was on Soul Train first, wasn't you?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so
Man,
she just kind of like opened some doors so that all of us could slip through those cracks.
Yeah.
And make a way. And me and her brother Booney, we were
Booney.
friends,
Uh-huh.
real good. We used to run around in Hollywood and do all kinds of things. They call him
Not
Boondoxatron.
the
The
Boondoxatron.
Boondoxatron.
Man, I'm gonna switch my name.
Boondoxatron. That was
I know
Booney.
that name.
That's
I know, right?
Give me some respect on that.
Yeah,
I know.
he wrote Bulls,
Uh-huh.
That's
and he had some songs out that he wrote called Brahma Fear and
Whoa.
all of these other
You
songs.
remember-
Oh yeah, Renadad.
Yeah.
He had these different songs, so we were real close and cool, and we did some recording together, and he was around and stuff. God bless his soul. Such a great, talented musician.
Now,
Can
You
we
know.
do that?
are you going to be here this weekend for Bobby's reintroduction of the Eaton Out Band?
She's gonna be
I
gone.
won't be. I have to be gone. I have to leave Friday.
So,
We're gonna
Yeah.
be here in spirit and truth.
Yes,
That's-
exactly.
I will.
and you're living in
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Okay, we sure wish you could be here to.
I
let's
wish I
do
could
the
stay
Bobby
too,
thing.
but I have to actually work.
She's got a performance, right?
Yeah. I have
Yeah.
a
Yeah, we
performance
talked
on-
about that.
Let's
Yeah.
do this because there's so many people on local, national, and international. Cheryl Harper, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Big Buck, welcome to the show. Mark Harvey, my frat brother, tuning in from Arkansas.
Hey,
Welcome
hey,
to the
hey.
show. Uncle Bobby, just give people a little snippet about who you are, because you got this big thing coming up. Tickets are flying off the shelf. Tables are going up. But tell people just a snippet about who you are.
Well, hey, I'm just a little guy.
He said, hey, hey.
Well, I'm a musician as well. I've been playing over 50 years and in the industry. Work with a lot of I work with Ike Turner, and Bobby Womack, and I played mainly with Natalie Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And now I've been back to Tulsa, but I've been just running the radio station.
Right.
And me and my son Trey was talking. We said, man, we need to start playing some gigs and doing some jobs. And I say, Trey, you want to play, me and you? He said, yeah, let's put a band together. And so we've got this band. And I said, well, what am I going to name it? I call it the Eaton Out Band.
I like it.
You know
I
what I
like
mean?
it snazzy. Yeah.
Eaton Out Band. And we're going to be at the 36 Event Center, you guys' place.
Mhm.
Right.
This weekend. Doors open at 6, and they can get their tickets online at sorry, William. Let me go back.
give them the P-Funk.
There you go.
.eventbrite.com.
There
Give
you
the
go,
P-Funk,
Gabriel.
Uncle Bobby.
Yeah,
It's all right.
P-Funk.
What does
Think
it
about that
mean?
funk.
What does it mean for you? You haven't been playing in a while, and you pick. I mean, you've always had your bass around here. I'm sure you play when you want to,
Mhm.
but to take the break from music and now come back to square one with a new band, with bringing that old school sound back, but with a new band. And these band members aren't just local musicians from Tulsa; they're people from all over the region.
It's a good feeling to know that you're loved by people all over the state.
Right.
Mhm.
Because my band is from all over the state of Oklahoma,
Mhm.
not just Tulsa.
Right.
I got them from Oklahoma City. I've got them from Muskogee. I've got them from Kansas, and they come here to rehearsal.
Yeah.
They drive down.
Sacrifice.
They sacrifice and get in their vehicles and come. I say, come to rehearsal this day, and they show up,
Right.
and they kind of respect a brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
I'm
awesome.
getting humble, and they just want to play.
Yeah.
Can I
You know?
ask this?
Yeah.
Because it's so much talent in Tulsa.
Mhm.
I think it's always been a lot of talent
Oh
in
yeah,
Tulsa.
for sure.
But it seemed like now whatever in the pipeline is hard for people to make it.
Mhm.
And just getting a male perspective and a female perspective, man, what does it take to actually make it in Hollywood, to travel the world and do things like that? We'll start with you, Miss Maxine.
Be
How does it
seen and
take?
be heard.
Mhm.
And when people see you, be on your A game. Mm-hmm.
That's
Don't
right.
ever and this is something that I learned along the way. No matter how small the audience is,
Yes.
you're only playing to the audience of one.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So you don't have to have 100 people or 500 people or 500,000. No matter, when you hit the stage, that's your sanctuary
Mm-hmm.
to do what you've been God given to do.
Yeah.
And you know, P, that's something that I think a lot of us have lost. You know, we don't have it like, that's the way we used to think.
Right.
You know, when we out there playing in those clubs and all that, like you said, if it's one person in it all, we gonna play.
Because you can
Mhm.
touch
Still
one
play.
person, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
It don't got to be 1,000.
Somebody
You
asked-
don't know who that one person might be.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't.
Uncle Bobby, somebody said, what time do the doors open? on
Doors
Sunday?
open at 6.
Show
Doors
starts
open
at 7.
6.
Yeah.
Show starts at 7. So you said, you know, no
Bring
matter
your
what
Ben
goes
Gay
on.
with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Funny.
So
funny.
Uncle Bobby, to some of these men, some of these fellas out here, there's a lot of talent, man. People trying to make it, they just can't get there. What advice do you have?
Well, you know, we're in the age of technology with social media.
Right.
And it makes it a little bit different. But when you don't have those direct social skills like me and P Dim did, we communicated and talked to each other,
Right.
and we fellowshipped. And me and Booney and all of us ran around together.
Y'all still had
Charlie.
a landline, huh?
Yeah,
Don't do
yeah. Had a landline, and we all ran around together. And you know, Charlie and all of us. I talked to Charlie 2 days ago, and we still do the same things that we once did. You know, we're still doing them today, but the new generations, they're in the cave, what I call the cave. At nighttime, they're into themselves, and their social skills are not as great. So technology allows everybody to be an entertainer.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes. Yes.
and before we had to take it to the stage.
Man,
You know,
for real.
you had to,
To
have
prove it. Yeah.
to prove that
Yeah.
you could be worthy of entertaining an audience, you know. And so that's what Maxine did.
Right.
You know, her and Andre, and I was just talking about her, Hank Red and some others. Yeah. Henderson, all of them, they took it to the stage. So when you went to see them, we kicked back and say, wow, I want to be doing that.
Yeah.
Look,
Just
somebody
like
on the
that.
live, Kool-Aid, and anytime somebody named Kool-Aid talk, I always listen. But he said, can we please get a little from Miss P voice on the live?
Before we do that,
You just
so you
asked.
were born Paulette Parker.
That's correct.
What made you change your name, or why did you?
It wasn't my idea. When I first left, when I it was done, when the Ike and Tina Turner thing
Right.
was over,
Right.
I did a blues tour
Mhm.
with Bobby Blue Bland.
Wow.
Yes.
And John Lee Hooker and all
Yeah,
these
yeah.
famous people from the blues world. We played in Canada all the way across to Nova Scotia
Uh-huh.
and in America. We
Right.
played. It was a blues festival tour.
Mhm.
And then I met Andre
Yeah.
and Marlo Henderson, and they said, and
Oh,
I also
Lord.
met on that same day in Chicago. I met Donnie Hathaway.
Oh my gosh.
They
yeah.
both were at these
Yeah.
people were at our show.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
And
This
Donnie
is-
Hathaway came to me and gave me his card and said, I'm getting ready to go to New York.
Right.
And when I come back from New York, I would like to produce you. And I said, well, you can take my mom's phone number and because there were no cell phones.
Yes.
Take my mom and dad's phone number and then they'll know where I am.
So
they have my
that was the
itinerary.
Malico days, huh?
Right.
Malico being one of the oldest record labels.
Right.
So Bobby
So-
Blue Bland and
Yeah.
all the big
Well,
artists.
he was on Duke Peacock.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah, that's
Duke
Don
Peacock,
Roby
yeah.
Wow.
out of Houston, Texas.
Okay.
So, but as we know, history, our history is Donny Hathaway went to New York and
Right.
he never returned.
Yeah. Yeah.
But after when I finished talking to him, he walked away. He had on a 3-piece suit and a big apple cap.
Mhm.
And then these people stepped to me, these two really tall, beautiful men, and they were dressed like they came from another planet, I swear. And they said,
Wow.
we want to talk to you about singing with us. And I said,
Who are you?
Who are you? What are you? Said, well, let me just ask you this. You want to go with that guy in the 3-piece suit and the big apple hat, or you want to go with us, go to space? Just like that.
Wow.
To space.
And I was like, I have to make a decision right now. They said, yes. And I said, okay. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I know
said,
what
but
to
I
do.
can't do it right now. I have a job. I said, okay, well, finish your job. And then when this job is over, you're going to come and join. I didn't know that they were with Buddy Miles.
Oh.
They didn't
Buddy
say
Miles.
that.
Buddy Miles, a drummer.
But then they sent for me and brought me to Boston where they That's where they were going. That's where everybody was living then, in a big 34-room mansion.
34
wow.
rooms.
34 rooms.
Wow.
And it was Buddy Miles' big band
Yeah.
and everything. And he had them changes.
Yeah, them
Was
changes.
big and all that, Down by the River, all those hits, and they were rolling along.
Right.
So it was a different world. I had been with Ike and Tina on the
Right.
big rock pop soul
Yeah.
tour. Then we did the blues,
The blues.
Yeah.
Chitlin
Yeah.
circuit,
Yeah.
Bobby
rock,
Bland.
Canadian thing with
Yeah.
everything. And then now I'm in rock.
Mm-hmm.
This is real rock,
Yeah.
big rock. And it was
Big rock.
Yeah, it was big rock.
Mhm.
And it was so much fun. I met so many people in that time. David Bowie. I mean, everybody. I met everybody.
And you know, when she was doing all of this, we were back here in Tulsa looking at her
Watch.
Yes.
from a distance and so proud, like, man, I know her. You know what I mean? We was like, ooh, wow. You know, Booney was back here.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
everybody was back here. And we were saying, man, we got to get out there to California.
Well,
Yeah.
One
We
last
gotta
question.
happen.
One last question for me, for you is, I go back to the Tina Turner days. What was your favorite song that you like to perform with as an Ikeette?
A love like yours don't come knocking every day.
Love like
Love
yours
like
don't
yours
come
don't
knocking
come
every
knocking.
day.
With
Yeah.
that being said, we're gonna take a real quick break because it got to be a reason why you're here in Tulsa.
Yes.
It got to
Let's
be
talk
a
about
reason
that.
why you are here. We're gonna take a real quick break. Somebody asked you to sing. We'll pray about that over the break. But we're gonna come back. Maxine, Uncle Bobby gonna stay here with us. We're gonna get into why she is here. KBOB 89.9 FM, Worldwide Development, news you can use, Charles and Damali, and we'll be right back, y'all. Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
EduRec is a youth and family fun center located at 5424 North Madison Avenue in Tulsa, Oklahoma. At EduRec, we offer a host of activities for children and families of the Tulsa community at little to no cost. To find out about the many programs, activities, and services offered at EduRec, please visit our website, www.edurectulsa.com, or just give us a call at 918-430-3947.
It'll be 89.9 FM Worldwide Development news you can use. We are back. Welcome to the show, Miss Carolyn Martin. Thanks for tuning in. Mr. Carl Collins, you back to event. Welcome to the show. Gary King, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Antonio Curtis, welcome to the show, and all you other 2.9 thousand that's in here with us.
Yes.
Man, Uncle Bobby's still here.
Yes.
Maxine
Yes.
is still here in the building. Damali.
Yes.
Man, I am. This is a magical day today. Man.
Listen, this
I
is
remember-
very magical.
Are we saying your name right? Maxine?
Maxine.
Maxine.
See, I drew it out and
Yes.
did that like,
Maxine.
Yeah, like
Check it
Maxine.
out.
Yes.
I
Yes.
thought it was Maxine when I first looked
No.
at it.
Yeah. Maxine.
Yeah.
Maxine.
All right,
So, we're in studio talking to Miss Maxine Lewis, who is actually a Booker T. Washington Hornet alum. Of course, I had to say it. That drives
Again,
off
for the
crazy.
fifth time.
Except for the fifth time.
I understand. though. I
And
understand.
we are super excited about the fact that we have this moment in time to be able to spend time with her, and just to give you a little small list of the folks that she has sang with. They include the Gap Band. Well, of course, we talked about Ike and Tina Turner. The Gap Band, Donna Summer, Ray Charles, Celine Dion, Johnny Guitar Watson, Bonnie Raitt, Simple Minds, Duran Duran, Smokey Robinson, Ricky Martin, Britney Spears, and the list goes on. This is amazing.
How do you even sleep at night when it's just?
I told y'all.
Try to tell
I
us.
tried to tell you.
Tried to told us. I mean, it's just amazing to, when you hear about all of these different names, to know that somebody from right here in Tulsa, right growing up right on the streets of Greenwood, was able to hit those stages and to be able to do those things. So I just, we are in the true presence of royalty, and it's just amazing to me that you have been able to do all those things, and accomplish that. So that lets us all know that it's a possibility,
You can make it.
Tulsa, to me, there are so many artists here that have just not made it out, like you said. And so this is just a true testament to the power of continuing to do what you do and improving your craft, and never giving that up.
Let me say welcome to the show, Mr. Gregory Harris. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Randy Hill, welcome to the show. Demetria Gibbs Brewer, welcome to the
Hello.
show. Also, Angela Karen, welcome to the show. Let me ask this question. Dreams to reality.
Yes.
People have dreams. So,
Mhm.
Uncle Bobby, Maxine, what was your dream versus this reality that y'all been able to live? Like, what was your dream when you was little? Like, I dreamed to do this, but my reality is I was able to accomplish
Well,
this.
there's a story that I tell people all the time about my dreams. And at Booker T. Washington High School,
Mhm.
when I graduated, the 2 weeks before we graduated, right,
Right.
we skipped school.
Uh-oh.
You could do that back then in
Mhm.
those days. So it was like 15 of us, and we went out to the basketball court. And it was more ladies than it was guys. And we were out there shooting basketball. And the guy, he hit the last basket. Bloop, game over with. Ball bounce to me.
Right.
I grabbed the ball. I didn't have a girlfriend. So we went all around the girls, and they were rubbing their shoulders and
Right.
wiping their heads with towels and stuff. and all of that kind of stuff. And they went around. We was in a circle. And they went around to each other. And they said, so-and-so, what are you going to do? I'm going to Howard. Where are you going? I'm going to TU. Where are you going? I'm going to Tulsa Community College.
Mhm.
Where are you going? So-and-so and so-and-so. Bobby, what you going to do? I said, I'm going to Hollywood.
And they're
Wow.
like,
And they started
what?
laughing. They started
What?
laughing, and they fell all down on the ground.
Right.
And they was laughing, and they were cracking up. And I was serious. I was standing there like this.
Holding the basketball.
Holding the basketball, and I was looking at him. And one of my classmates came up to me, and he put his arm around me. He said, Bobby, he said, man, come on, man. You play good. But, man, you know, Hollywood, come on, man. And they start saying, ha, 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 ha. They was laughing at me. And the next time they all saw me was on Soul Train.
Mhm.
Oh.
Ah,
You hear me?
yes.
That was the next time and when I came back home, man, you was for real, huh? You was serious. I said, yeah, I can show you better than tell you.
that part right
That is
there.
something.
Yes.
Yeah,
Dream.
That part right
That's
there.
about your dreams coming true. But
Yes.
I ate a whole lot of beans and cornbread and spaghetti and slept on a bunch of sofas to get there.
Did they have ramen noodles back then?
Ramen
No,
noodles.
man,
Were
they
they
didn't have
in
it.
yet?
No, they didn't have them. They were
It
that
was on the
big.
way.
We were sleeping on floors, and Gap Band was out there, and we was all in the flop house and stuff
Yes.
like that. And hey, man, I'm next taking a shower. Okay, don't run out all the hot water. You
Right,
know, that
right.
kind of
So
stuff.
it's some trials and tribulations along the
trials
way,
and
but that was still your dream,
That was a dream.
and it became reality, and you
And-
spoke it.
And having people like P already out there was
Yeah.
an inspiration
Yes.
that it could happen from somebody from Tulsa, Oklahoma, who had talent.
And you
Right.
made it all the way to Natalie.
But you
Charles.
had that, yeah, I waited. All Natalie was on the top of the chain.
Yeah.
Man.
She
Yeah.
was huge,
Yeah.
and I was like, wow, because I played with DJ Rogers and I played
Wow.
with
Yeah.
Bobby Womack, did a little stint with Ike Nim,
Mhm.
just played with different people,
Crazy.
around
Yeah.
and playing my bass guitar,
Yeah.
and so
From
that
Tulsa,
was
Oklahoma.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Booker
We
T.
was
Yes.
in
Booker T.
P's footsteps.
Yes.
Going
Walking.
trying
She
to
created a-
walk. She created that, gave us all that encouragement because
Yeah.
we wouldn't have never known Ike Turn if it hadn't been for her.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, so
Dreams,
dreams to
Miss
reality,
P, how
and
did
then
you-
also give us a little snippet if you can.
I call it manifestation.
Manifestation. I
on.
That's
like it.
dreams into reality.
Yes.
Right.
But it also comes, like I said, with hard work. But I remember that we, with Ronnie, Charlie, Robert Lynn, and Booney, they were still really little.
Uh-huh.
We
Wow.
used to do talent shows for
Yes.
ourselves
Yes.
on the front porch with the porch light on, playing a record player and singing on the stage,
Yeah.
which was the
front porch. Yeah.
and everybody else sitting in on the grass out front and call it our show.
Yes.
And so one day after we had been doing this, and because as soon as the lights start going down, everybody has to go home, that kind of thing.
Right.
We all put our hands, how you do like a
Mhm.
team thing,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
like this.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And we said, okay, this is what we got to say. We were kids.
Mhm.
We put our hands all in the center and we went, we're going to go to Hollywood. We're going to make Hit Records. Everybody said we
Yeah.
did it.
Uh-huh.
Hit Records. And then we all laughed and we were laughing. That
Yeah.
was a time before.
Right.
The day that I went to the studio to sing on Outstanding,
Yes.
we were all sitting there and it hit me like,
Hey, Hit Records.
we're here.
Yeah.
We said this. We really did it.
Yeah.
And I reminded Charlie, I reminded Ronnie, and Robert Lynn came in because I saw Robert Lynn earlier walking down the street.
Uh-huh.
And I said, you were too little to remember this. I said, you remember when we did that thing? And then Charlie ran out the front door. He said,
Wow.
oh, like that. Because it's like our dream came
Yeah.
back and said,
Yeah.
hello.
Yes.
You ordered me, I'm
Yeah.
here.
I'm here.
It was that kind of thing. So it's definitely what you think about, how you think about it, and how you live with great expectation
Yes.
of that it's going to happen because you're investing
Mhm.
your spirit, your talent, and your hard work.
Did you
Living on
guys
purpose.
did you guys experience any road rage or hatred or racism? No, seriously though.
Yeah.
No, we did.
Racism or hatred back in those days?
In Alabama, once we went, we really had an experience. The show is just getting started. We had just hit the stage, and then all of a sudden, these guys came in and with their hats on and their
Flags
sticks
The Klan.
and corn cob pipes, and they were the police with those what I call German jack boots that come up to the knee, leather,
Right.
and they came in. And they called everybody a bunch of N-words and were knocking people's drinks off the table with their nightsticks. And the show had just started. People paid money to do this. And
Oh my God.
they turned off they unplugged everything and turned off the music and said, all you N-word, get the F out of here and go home.
And this was in
wow.
Alabama.
In Alabama.
Man, that is crazy.
And so Ike said, okay, everybody pack up. And he told the promoter, don't worry, we'll come back and make up for it. But right now, let's just let it go. I don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't want them to, he told everybody, I was on the stage, everybody just calmly, get in your cars, you'll get your money back. Don't worry. And that's what we had to do.
Yeah.
So contrary to popular belief, there was a side of him that people didn't see
Absolutely.
dealing with
Yeah.
him on the music business.
Well, he also taught us the business. We didn't just ride on the bus and just do nothing. He would bring out contracts and say, okay, we're going to learn to read the contracts. We're going to learn what they mean because this is your job too.
Yeah.
So you got to know when it's right. There are riders on contracts about what has to be there when you
Right.
get there.
Right.
So you walk in, if I don't see it, you catch it, you know what's in the rider, then this is our job.
Right.
So you tell me, they don't have the blah X, X, Y, and Z. You have to know that. So we learned to read contracts.
Y'all got that Crown and Coke back there.
Man, that's crazy. Damali, I can tell you now, this right here is just like one of my best experiences.
I
of my
know,
life, to be
right?
sitting here in front of greatness. I'm almost speechless. I don't know
Yes.
how words keep coming out.
Right.
But let me say, dream to reality, but it takes a different kind of endurance to make it. When I look at y'all, so what built that endurance, that passion?
Being
that
here
dedication?
in
What could
Tulsa,
Tulsa,
at
Greenwood,
Washington
at
High
Washington.
School.
That part.
Come on.
She from the
Because
soil.
we were determined.
It was,
Yeah.
it was
Be
from the
somebody.
from the hood,
Yeah.
from the soil.
And another thing is being here in Tulsa, we had places to play,
Yeah.
perform.
Yeah.
We had like the Rose Room, the Blue Moon,
Right.
all of these different places
Gibbs
that
after
Work
five.
on your craft.
Gibbs,
Yeah, Gibbs after five.
The Gibbs
and
after
all of
five.
those and places to perform and play. You could just call up a club owner and say, hey man, what you got going on this weekend? Nothing. I'm gonna bring the band in. Boom. Go play.
And I'll bet you that because in community, we're more critical of each other in a loving kind of way.
Right.
So, community is
We
going
have
to
a
tell
high
you,
standard
man,
here.
yeah. So
High
it's like,
standard.
man, what was that? So you got time to, hone your craft.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's important.
Well, one thing that we did love, we loved practicing and rehearsing.
Exactly.
It wasn't a hardship for us. It was practicing and rehearsing was fun.
Right.
Getting together to rehearse in a garage or no matter
That's
where
what
we
I'm
was
saying.
at.
My dad supported. My mom and dad supported us doing it. So
we had
it
fun,
gave us space
fun
for
doing
it.
it.
That is something. But let's do this. Miss Maxine, like that, Lewis. Why are you in Tulsa right now?
Yes.
The people, they look, we got all these thousands of people just waiting. Like, Charles, you better tell us something.
Well, I'm here because they called me
Drum
and
roll.
said I'm going to be inducted into a Hall of Fame for Washington High School.
Yay!
Hey!
And you know what?
What?
They put me in the Hall of Fame
Yes.
for Washington High School.
Right.
She should have went way before
Way
me.
Yes.
before.
But it's
Yeah.
okay.
But it's okay though.
Yeah.
They finally
okay.
got it.
Yes.
You know, they got it right.
Yes.
You know.
Got it right. So congratulations
Thank
to
you
you.
so much.
Yes, that is awesome. That is a huge honor.
And how do you feel about it?
I it's like, wow, you know, what?
It feels different when it comes from your own, right?
Right. Yeah, you know, it makes me feel it warms my heart
Yeah.
because I love Tulsa. I love the people in our community.
Mhm.
I always did, and and you guys are outstanding.
Mhm.
And because now I've been around the world and I know the difference.
Yeah.
And that's really, I can really reflect back on how lucky we were
Uh-huh.
to
Right.
have that uninterrupted cultural experience.
Yes.
And because it stayed with me, so it's important that we keep building those kind of communities and keeping it going.
Yes.
Yeah, hold on to it. Don't
Yeah.
let it
Oh,
slip
yeah.
away.
Huge
Yes.
congratulations again. I know the
Yes.
music mean we got to switch to our Hump Day Hot Topics, but before we do that, can people participate? Can they come out? When is it going to be? What
It's going to be
time?
tomorrow.
Tomorrow
At the Greenwood Cultural
at the
Center.
Greenwood Culture Center.
You know,
What
I
time?
think she's getting it. What
Okay.
time did they tell you to be there?
I have to look at the
We'll
ticket.
check it out.
Okay,
We'll
check
find
it
out.
Yeah.
We'll find
We'll put
out.
a-
Yeah.
People, everybody on here, keep asking if you'll sing for like 5 seconds, 10 seconds. They just keep
Just
just
something
texting this-
small. Something
just
small.
the simple snippet. Just give us something in Tulsa.
Oh boy.
Dear Booker T, Washington High School.
Yes.
The pride of the great Southwest.
Yes.
Just like that, y'all. She gave
Yeah,
us-
yeah.
All right,
Of
well,
course.
again,
Okay.
congratulations. Again, thank you for being here.
Yes.
Kudos to
My
all of your
pleasure.
success.
Yes. Yes.
Are you still? Can you hang around for 15 more minutes? Take a little break. Come in. We just want to know, what do you do now? How can people follow you?
Yep,
Because
sure.
everybody want to follow your greatness. Uncle Bobby, you can hang around for a few minutes too.
Oh yeah, man. This is my station.
All right, we're gonna hear one Hump Day Hot Topic because people be waiting on. They want to try to win them tickets. Uncle Bobby is on.
Boom.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
whoever gets
Let's give away
the
some
answer,
tickets. Let's
we'll give
some
away the tickets. If you get the
Okay.
Black History Trivia question right, that's what's gonna win you the tickets.
Yes.
Is that a
Alright.
deal? Hump Day Hot Topic.
Ladies and gentlemen, the all new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio. And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali. Hey, guess what day it is? Ladies and gentlemen, the all new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio. And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali. Hey, guess what day it is? Hump Day! Hump Day! It's Hump Day! Hey, Mike! It's the Hump Day Hot Topics on News You Can Use.
Man, while I'm riding on the cloud, but I'm trying to let my feet touch
I
the ground.
know,
What
I
about
know.
you?
Yes, I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so we're gonna go, because we're a little bit over, so we're gonna do our Hump Day Hot Topic really quick. Tennessee politicians strip a historically Black university of its board.
Man, I heard that.
Yeah, so the trustees of Tennessee's only publicly funded historical Black university were removed on Thursday of last week under legislation signed into law by Republican Governor Bill Lee. Black lawmakers and community leaders said state leaders, and a majority of whom are white, are unfairly targeting Tennessee State University. So they have unseated their board, and now they're saying that he actually unveiled that he already had selected 10 new replacements. So you kicked out the board that was currently sitting. Now check this out. There is no evidence of indicative of fraud or malfeasance by the executive leadership. It's just basically, we want you guys out and we're taking over, and that's that.
That is crazy. I don't even know what to say about that. One, I know it's some kind of agenda that's going on. Something behind door number one.
Yeah.
I don't know about about, and I think we really need to pay close attention to this, because if you're doing this at one HBCU,
exactly,
you can start doing this everywhere. And if you pulling the whole board out, putting in who you want,
yeah,
that's scary.
Yeah,
that's pretty scary.
Absolutely,
we got to look into that a little bit more.
Yeah. So the Democrats and are saying that that we're focusing on the wrong issue. That is primarily due to underfunding. Most HBCUs are underfunded. That is nothing secret about that. And so they're saying that if they had more funds, then they could do more. And so they're alleging that the majority white legislator distrusts Black-controlled universities' abilities to manage itself.
Miss B, you want to chime in on that? If you want to, you can. What you think about that?
I think that is just a box of rocks. Okay, and I'm going to say that in a nice way.
Right.
Black people know how to control whatever they want to do. I lived in a Black community that was successful for many, many years. Mm-hmm. And they were successful on all levels.
Yes.
We had Black millionaires that were created in our own community. They should be able, if they had opportunity and didn't have those people in the way, the others blocking and making hard their way to success, they would probably do great.
Absolutely.
But they have to fight for that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to fight for everything that you get. That's an absolute great point. Switch over to thank you for that.
Yes,
because that's wisdom, because it's an agenda behind it to do that.
Yes, and like you said, we need to be careful, because if you're starting, typically it ends up being a cycle. So you start at one HBCU, and then now we're just moving on to the next until we wipe them all out.
Yeah, and a lot of people said thank you so much for giving them a little bit of your boys. Welcome to the show, Milton, Denise, Larry Thompson. Welcome to the show, Daniel. Welcome to the show, Leon Flower, our partner.
Yes.
Welcome to the show as well.
Hello. All right, so Black History trivia question.
Gotta wait till JB put the camera on.
Oh, it's not on me. Black History trivia. Yes. Okay, so here's the question. I'll give you a couple of seconds to answer, because we're going to give away
let y'all answer
sets of tickets, okay? To Uncle Bobby's Eating Out Band Functified Experience. That's going to be happening on Saturday. Yeah. So, okay, here's the question. Who was the first African-American police surgeon on staff at the Harlem Hospital? Was it A, Dr. Lynn O'Connor, B, Dr. Lewis Tompkins Wright, C, Dr. James Durham, or D, Dr. James McCune Smith?
What you got, Uncle Bobby?
So I'm giving away the tickets.
Oh yeah. You can't say.
Tickets, so I ain't telling you.
Misty, what you think? You want to take a swing at it?
I was thinking it was somebody else completely not on that list.
Oh, but, it's one of the ones on the list.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Bethune.
Not a Bethune, is it?
McCune. That's D. Okay, so you're with Sanders. Sanders says, and let's see if we get some more. Anybody else want to take a stab at it? Nobody else want to take a stab?
JB, what did you say?
I said B. Whatever B
you said B.
I don't know who it is. Right.
So drum roll.
Dr. Lewis Wright.
All right. So if you said B, you would be correct.
Oh, excuse me.
Tracy Manning Gibbs said D. D or B?
B like boy.
JB, that's me.
Yes.
And you.
Do you know anybody that said B? That's not y'all, because y'all don't
anybody
get
else
anyway, so y'all don't need no tickets.
Y'all don't need no tickets.
Yeah, let's see who else.
We need
somebody else.
We needed who else got it right online.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Have somebody.
Brian Doran.
Okay, so Uncle Brian
and AJ.
Leon,
and he coming. AJ, Mr. Energized.
Leon
Fowler. What about the first caller who called in right quick?
Hey.
918-856-3873. If the phone ring and if you own it, you too.
So we could give Uncle Brian. We could give Uncle Brian 2 tickets, and then the first caller.
The first caller that calls in.
Give it. You want to say the number again?
918-856-3873. 918-856. I'm saying it as you dial it. 3873.
And we're gonna go ahead and hit up these upcoming events really quick. So upcoming events, the 36th Street North Event Center has dates available. If you're looking to hold your wedding, birthday party, banquet, repast dinner, community event, then
hold on. Phone ringing. See, somebody was listening.
Who is that?
This is KBOB 89.9 FM World One Development News. You can use. Who do we have on the line?
Who's on the line? Hello?
Are you
Leroy. Hello, Leroy.
This is Tracy on the line.
What, Tracy? I should have known.
Of course.
You know she on the line, and I see her outside.
Yes.
She done came around the corner from Gibb Shopping Center. See, Tracy, you moved
This
too
is
fast.
Tracy on the line.
I hear
We
you.
hear you.
All right,
We
two
hear
tickets,
you.
huh?
So
Two
you got 2
tickets.
tickets, sis.
You have one right here on KBOB 89.9 FM. Whirlwind Development News you can use. So put on your best outfit. You're going to have 2 tickets.
Thank you.
And you'll
You're
be on
welcome.
your. We'll see you there, sister. Have a blessed day. Gibb Shopping Center. That's another place that's been
Yes.
around for a while. Tracy, thank you for always supporting. Thank you for calling in. She beat y'all. She a quick draw.
Yes.
She pulled it out quick.
Yes.
Anyway, welcome to the show, Norman. Welcome to the
Hello.
show, Isaiah.
Congratulations. We'll get back with you in just a second.
From Oklahoma City, welcome to the show as well.
Do we have Uganda listening?
You know what? I don't know. I mean, there's so
Yeah,
many
like
people on. I think I
5,000
missed.
people on.
I
No, it's
some of them.
5,000
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, they be on every week.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. All right. So the one final, because we are so late, is that I wanted to tell you about. One final announcement is the epic Black History Ride that's going to be happening April 9th through 15th. It is a bicycle ride through the Black towns of Oklahoma. It's a bike tour. It's going to start on the 9th and it's going to go from Tulsa to Langston. They're going to be riding 88 miles on day 2. JB, what
It's
are you
600
laughing
miles
at?
total. That's a lot of rides.
JB is over here tickled to death.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I barely go 5 miles on the bike, let alone 88. But I gotta take my hat off.
They're going to
too.
start Tulsa to Langston. Day 2, they're going to go Langston to Brooksville, which is another 75 miles. Then they're going to go from Brooksville to Tatum, which is 91
Did
miles.
you hear what they said? 88 miles, 90 miles.
Yeah.
That's a long time on a bike.
Well, check this one out. Day 4, they're going to go from Tatum to Lima, which is 102 miles.
Oh, I ain't even mad at them.
On the bicycle.
On the bicycle. Day 5, they're going to Lima to Boley, Clearview, Vernon, and Grayson, which is 118 miles total. And then day 6, they're going to go Grayson to Renniesville, Summit, Taft, Redbird, and Tallahassee.
Y'all let me know if y'all need me to bring y'all some ice water or some
And then
water
the last
bottles or
day on
something.
April 15th, they're doing Tallahassee back to Tulsa. That's a 55 miles.
I join you on that one.
Yes. So they're trying to bring awareness to the fact of, the Oklahoma Black town.
I think this is the second year they've done that. So
Yes.
it's really cool.
It actually is really cool.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested in being a part of that or finding out more information about it, then you can go to, and let me get the address here. It is the Black Wall Street Alliance, Okla at gmail.com. You can hit them up, or you can go to bwsokla.org. That is their website. Or you can give them a call at 918-732-9542 to sign up. Maybe you want to do one of those legs,
Just
to one
like
of the
that.
Oklahoma Black towns.
And make sure you say you're locked in, because the beauty about KBOB 89.9 FM Whirlwind Development News you can use is Mr. Osborne, who is the founder, Self-Teen. He'll be here next week. So he's a rider. He's the lead man. He's 66 years old, and he's going to be the first one on the bike.
66.
So he's going to be live on our show.
I gotta
next
catch
week
up.
Okay,
to give you all of
You
the
behind.
details. His testimony is awesome. So next week on the medical report, because Rod has a little bit to do with your medical health as well.
Congratulations,
So he'll be
Miss
here next
Gibbs,
week.
on winning those
Yes.
tickets. We'll be reaching out to you to get your tickets to you.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's go ahead and hit these birthdays. Today, Robert Hawkins, gospel singer, is his birthday.
It is. Shout out to my cousin.
Yes.
Down there in Grand Rapids, Michigan. He logged in too. Welcome to the show.
All right, and April 5th, we have Lamar Thompson, a.k.a. Trouble. He's a 918 motorcycle rider right here in Tulsa.
What's his name? Is Trouble?
Trouble.
TROUBLE.
Happy birthday, Trouble. I don't want no trouble. Happy birthday.
And April 7th, we have Sharis Edwards Rowe, who just opened up her new shop up in Oklahoma City, Magnolia
Soap. Magnolia Soap.
Yeah, so they just opened up their new shop. So happy birthday to you, sis. And that's it for us.
Let me tell you something right now,
Your
because
birthday was April 30th?
say it loud.
Okay.
April 30th.
April 30th is our very own community police officer, Lieutenant DeLauren Sanders. It's going to be his birthday. And we'll say his a couple more times because, the
Just
month
like
gets
that.
started.
And right now, I feel like it's y'all show, not even our show. So, Uncle Bobby, anything, whatever you want to say, you can say it, and then we'll go over to Miss P, and whatever y'all want to say, we'll spend the night, because we're so happy to have y'all here.
Well, hey, if you have dreams, go for your dreams.
Yes.
Never let anyone discourage you from your dreams and what you can see, because you got some haters out there, and they're going to do that. And I want to invite everybody out to the show. The Eating Out Band, a Funkified Experience. This Saturday, we're going to have some fun up in there, y'all.
Yes.
You're going to hear some funk coming down off them walls.
Yes.
And you can get your tickets at 918
Funk funk.eventbrite.com.
Come on, JB, say it again.
918funk.eventbrite.com, or you can get them at the KBOB Studios, 36th Street North Event Center, Ralph's Menswear, and Starship Music and Gifts.
That's it. Hey, we want you to come on out. Let's have some fun. We need some fun sometime.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be
need
lit.
some
It's going to be
fun.
super litty with the old school flavor.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
All right.
We're going to switch over to me, Maxine. I like to say to go, and
Yeah,
Lewis,
switch that.
thank you for so much for coming in. Encourage the people, local, national, international. There's so many people on. We can't count, like 5,000 or some people. Just whatever you want to tell them out of your heart.
Well, I am proud to be here, proud to be a Hornet,
Yes.
true Hornet. I know that the school has changed a lot.
Oh, it's
That
changed.
hurt my feelings a lot to know that something that was built out of necessity
Yes.
and love for the Black community, to make sure that the kids and people coming out of this community had an opportunity at education.
Right.
Because in the history of Washington, before there was a school itself,
Yes.
they had to share Charles S. Johnson
Yep.
with the
Emerson and all
you know,
that.
they had to share around because you couldn't go to the other schools.
Right.
But this community was built, especially the school and Black Wall Street was built with so much love and care. We loved going to school.
Mhm.
You didn't want to be late because you didn't
Right.
want to miss anything. And I just think about, and I want to just remember some of those people that were so influential to me. Inez Stubblefield Black,
Mm-hmm.
Clyde Eshiel
Yes.
Granville Smith,
Uh-huh.
Miss Elliott,
Oh,
Miss Elliott, Luberta Waters,
Yes.
Mama Baton.
Miss Breton. That's
Oh,
right.
Yes.
I mean, those people made a difference in everybody's life, and they really woke us up
Right.
to who we are
Yes.
and how to be better
Yeah.
and strive to be the best that we could be
Yeah.
and represent.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Couldn't
Oh,
do
yeah.
nothing wrong.
They-
Accountability is in
Yeah.
there.
Hey,
And some
they-
discipline if you need it.
They had the right to discipline you.
Yeah.
Some encouragement.
Yeah.
One last question, Ms. Maxine. Did you know that Damali's favorite color was purple when you came on this show?
No,
today?
I did not. It's
Oh,
my
my
favorite
God.
color as well.
It's your favorite color too.
Yes.
See?
That is so
We're gonna do the
awesome.
picture.
Yes.
It's a Booker T thing.
Yeah.
It's something. Well,
Purple
here's
people.
last thing, because Damali got something she needs to read. So, Uncle Bobby, I'm happy I get to hear you this weekend, this Saturday.
Come
Yes.
on with it,
If you
y'all.
don't have your ticket, you better get it because he's
Right.
going to give it to us live.
Put your
Yes.
funky ears on.
For all these thousands that want to get a chance to listen to you, Miss P, where can they follow you? Are you performing anywhere, P?
You can go to maxannelewis.com
Okay.
and you can see a lot of stuff there, and just it's a lot of stuff. You Google me, I'm
And
on
it's
there.
coming up. So
Yeah.
we'll follow you. Okay. We're going to follow you. We're going to get to hear a little bit more.
Can you spell that
Right.
out real quick?
Yeah,
Max?
MAXAYNLEWIS
Doc.
at gmail.com.
Okay.
Just like that.
Yeah.
All right. We got one little quick surprise and then we got to go. What you got, Damali?
All right, so we were surprised today, and I tell you guys all the time on the show that just do what you do, and people will notice you, and people will recognize you just for being who you are and just for being great. So today, I walked into the studio, and a gentleman that we are friends with, and you've heard him here on the show, Mr. Kareem Muhammad, who is actually the executive director of Teachers Appreciation Foundation out of Oklahoma City, came in and told me that he had something for me. I opened it up, and it says, March 25th, 2024, Dear World One Development, the 2024 TAF Awards Academy is pleased to announce that you have been selected to receive the TAF Dignitary Award of Supreme Excellence. This award is presented by Teachers Appreciation Foundation at the 10th annual 2024 TAF Awards, which are going to be held on Saturday, July 20th at 6:00 p.m. at the 36th Street North Event Center, located at 1125 East 36th Street North. This is a token for your timeless efforts and contributions to uplifting the community.
That is
Wow.
awesome. That's
So
good.
I
Wow,
thought
what
that
an
was
honor.
amazing. Yeah. And that's why I say it feels different and it hits different when it's somebody from your own community
Yes.
Right.
that honors you for just the work that you are just blessed to do every day. So thank you so much. We appreciate that honor. And we will have representatives there. Charles and I will actually be in Uganda on a missions, which is why we had the fundraiser on Saturday. But we will definitely have representation there to accept this honor. And thank you very much. We appreciate.
And I'm looking in this book as a picture of Miss P, and she is beautiful now. But you can feel her energy through the picture.
Yes.
So I can see why they pick you up on that tour bus in the midnight hours. Have people out with their bonnets on and their house shoes to get you. I see why, because this is nothing. This is it right here.
Show it up.
So we'll take some more pictures. Are we on this video right here?
Right there. Can you see that?
She starts singing on this page.
Yes. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Yes. Amazing. Yeah.
That's good.
And I was inspired by a lot of those musicians on that picture right there. They inspired us.
Right. Yes.
So Mr. Kool-Aid says safe travels.
Yes.
And thank you for tuning in. Mr. Energizer said he was just so blessed by this show. Joshua, thank you for tuning in. Mr. Douglas, Trey.
Yes.
Tracy Manning Gibbs said, JB, thanks for the tickets.
Yeah.
But we got to get ready to go. Thank you so much. Safe travels.
You
Congratulations
so much.
again, Uncle Bobby. We're going to get down this weekend. Y'all better get down
Y'all
with us.
come on with it. Tickets going fast.
JB Smooth, good job. Damali, good job in your purple. We got purple outfit. We got purple hair. We got all the purple in here today. But we got to go, y'all. This has been news you can use with your boy Charles Harper. That's me.
And your girl Damali Wilson. That's me.
And we are live every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So make sure you tune in.
Holla, y'all.
And if you would like to promote or advertise your events or business on the show, inbox us on Facebook via Whirlwind Development. This has been Whirlwind Development's news you can use with Charles Harper and the wonderful and most talented and overly gifted birthday celebrating Damali Wilson. The views and thoughts and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the hosts and their guests, not necessarily to the station, organization, committee, or other groups or individuals associated with KBOB 89.9, Eden Media Services, Whirlwind Developments, news you can use, NYCU.FM, all that. Peace. We'll see y'all next week.
Thank you, Lieutenant Sanders.
Later.
No road raging this weekend.
No.